Well, something didn't change here today, which is the role of Bruno Fernandes. Look, he's not been in great form this season. I think everyone can agree with that. The last few games, in fact, he looked absolutely knackered. People are saying maybe he should be rested, maybe he should be dropped because he's not performing on the pitch. We actually put the poll up on our social media on Stadium Astro, and 59% of the voters said Bruno should be dropped today. Well, clearly that's not the case. He is in the starting 11. Do you think he should have been dropped, Sharpie?
I think there's an argument for it. I think sometimes Ten Hag does make decisions. I think we saw Rashford struggling and people were saying he should have been left out the team, and then he goes and scores and the manager decides to leave him out. I think we've just seen there the manager's interview saying over a period of the season, Bruno Fernandes will create a lot of chances and score goals, and I think he's trying to play him. He's a captain. He's trying to play him and give him the chance to play through this dry, poor spell. I think there is a question you could have left him out and maybe played Eriksen, who's been in good form. But I also think that Bruno Fernandes, his legs are generally better than Eriksen's. He can get around the pitch a bit better. So against a team like Tottenham that are pretty physical, he may be a better fit, I don't know. But there is definitely an argument for him to be dropped because he does give the ball away cheaply and he has missed chances. When
you say about legs, that's what people are talking about, that he looks fatigued. He looks like... Look, the amount of minutes that Bruno Fernandes played on this side is absolutely ridiculous. And this season is not boding well. In fact, in the major European leagues this season, he's had the most shots without scoring, which is 17. And you look at some of his shot placement here, and sometimes his movement, his final ball just seems to suggest, okay, mentally maybe he's not at his sharpest, maybe tiredness plays a role. I don't know, as an attacking player, Sharpie, how does it affect you physically and mentally when you are fatigued, when you have played just one too many minutes?
Well, it does. You know, at this level of the game, it's a game of inches, isn't it? It's a game of inches. It's a game of, are you slightly tired? Are you 1% off? Are you 1% down on fitness? Are you 1% down on your mentality? And it does make a difference. And we can see from the standard he's set himself, he's playing below it at the moment. And it probably does warrant him having a rest. But for some reason, the manager doesn't want to leave him out and feels that this is the best team to go and win the game.
Well, I think it's quite simple. Why would you leave one of your best players out of the side? OK, he's not in great form, but he's proven one of your best players in recent seasons. You can't leave Fernandes out of the side. Definitely not.
But even for rotational sake, because when Rashford was dropped against Palace, it's talking about rotational sakes. Everyone's sharing minutes. Why can't that be the case for Bruno Fernandes?
So I'm saying, if I was in Ten Hag's shoes, I wouldn't be leaving him out. Would you be leaving him out today, Lee?
You got Mason Mount. Mason Mount coming in as... I would certainly
be thinking about it because I'm
You'd be thinking about it, but it's a yes or a no because you can't have him and not have him.
Yeah, I'm not the
Come on, are you going to be a manager or not?
I'm not the biggest... No, I'm not.
Fraser, what are you doing?
I'm not the biggest fan of him. But
I think he's too important.
You're not leaving him out?
No,
I would.
I'd let him start.
He's made a decision. Lee Sharp's made a decision now.
In fact, I might have left him out midweek and played him today to give him a rest there.
Yeah, what's the point of putting him on against Barnsley, for example, for the final 30 minutes of the game? Why not just let him completely rest?
Yeah, that's a question for the manager, and that's why I think Ten Hag sometimes confuses people as to what his philosophy is. You should have just left him out. Should have left him home.
Give him 2 days off.
Yeah, give him 2 days off. Don't even take him.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even mentally have to prepare.
Can players sometimes be a little bit too popular in the dressing room to be dropped?
Yeah, well, for all we know, Fernandes could have said, I want to be involved. Ten Hag could have said, give you a couple of days off, and he might be the type of player. We've played with types of players where they just want to be involved in every minute of every game, and he seems like he could be that type of player.
And if you drop him, Ten Hag could risk losing the dressing room.
Well, yeah, I don't think he'd lose the dressing room, but I think for Bruno, I think he wants to just be involved in everything. You know, he wants to lead by example, and I think when Fernandes is playing well, you very rarely see Man United lose a game because he's here, there, he's everywhere, and he's driving the whole team forward. But you know, everyone needs a rest every now and again, and I think what Sharp said there, maybe in midweek he should have maybe had a rest there and kept him fresh for the Premier League.